Oh my goodness. This might be the best youth intact player I have ever got on YouTube. 3.5 stars. Let's go see what McGuinness looks like in just a second. Welcome back in YouTube. I'm in utter shock. Before we get into how good McGuinness looks like, give it a like just because of how good this kid is and subscribe. What on earth is this youth intake from Stoke City? Oh my word. We of course got the double live com of the Fulham game and the Bristol game. We'll get to the results in a second because I haven't been great. But hello. He is physically unbelievable at a young age. He's 5'1", so he's a bit small for what we like. But let's just go through some of the stats he has. He has 12 corners, that's going to get to 15. 14 crossing, that's going to get to 15. For me, he's like a winger, like a defensively minded winger. I think he's going to play on the left-hand side for me. Like, imagine him as an inverted winger on attack. Just off you go. But he's got 90 bravery. I don't know. Where would you play him? Because he can cross, but he can also, like, ball win. In the comment section, where do you play McGuinness? Where do you play McGuinness? But yeah, going through some stats. 14 finishing. Hence why I want to play him out wide. Or we could even just play him up front and just be like, mate, get up front as a pressing forward. Like, as a pressing forward, he's pretty damn good. I don't even know. Left back as a complete wing back? He could be the best left back in the game. Like, he seriously could develop into the best left back in the game. He'd be wasted as a left back for us, but he could be the best left back in the game. Yeah, the conundrum is he's got 14 crossing, yeah, he's got 13 tackling and 11 marking, so you're thinking wing back, but he's got 14 finishing and physicals that are 14 acceleration, 12 agility, 13 balance, 14 natural fitness, 13 pace, 14 stamina. This is the best wonder kid I've ever come through in a youth intake. Oh my God, he is so good. What contract do you want, Mr. McGuinness? He wants to be a breakthrough prospect, mate. In you come. You do whatever you want. Oh, no. We need to get rid of that. He wants a minimum fee release for clubs in domestic. Okay, we need to get promoted so there's no one else in the domestic competition above us. Oh, my word. Okay, that's scary. It's a 550k release fee to clubs in a higher division. We need to make sure that we get promoted so this kid stays with us. Oh my word. There is other kids, by the way. We have this guy as a midfielder. Look, yeah, he's great. He's got 5-star potential. Good on you. And we have this guy who is a defensive midfielder / a DM, and he looks outrageous too. But yeah, McGuinness is fantastic. We also got other people as well. Everyone breathe. I can't believe what I just witnessed. Anyhow, in terms of the schedule since we last met, which is Blackpool and, of course, Leicester, we've gone on a air run. 1-1 against Derby, 3-3 against Blackburn, 1-1 against Ipswich. We got Bristol in a couple of days, and as you guys can see, we're 4 points away from Bristol now. We're probably out of the title race, but yeah, as you guys can see, we're firmly in the playoffs, which is great. So no matter what, we're going to have some playoff football, but we're slowly throwing away automatic promotion because we cannot win games of football at the moment. But McGuinness, oh my word, McGuinness. Doesn't come up yet, but he will come up soon. What a footballer. I'm in shock. You're in shock. Absolutely wow. Just wow. Look at him. Wow. Where do you play him? The first game of the live com, Bristol versus Stoke. We're 4 points behind them, as you can see. Goal difference is very similar. A win here would be huge for our automatic run. We are still on this massive run of 4 draws in a row. If only we could find a win or so. But yeah, our last game we just played against Middlesbrough. We won. I wish we drew 1-1. We conceded a 90th minute. And it was McGuinness with the mistake. So that's pretty annoying. He started left wing for us. Actually moved him to fullback. Creswell wasn't fit. He had a bit of a knock. Used him the fullback second half. And even though it says he could play fullback, he got absolutely out-bodied, out-manned, and it did not look good for him. But he's going to start left wing for us here anyhow. In terms of Bristol, they're on a great run of form, I believe, off the top of my head. And yeah, they're stringing wins together while we're stringing draws. If we were able to win the games that we've drawn, we would be in a position to probably be winning this game and getting automatically promoted. The fact McGuinness now has a 550k release fee to clubs in a higher division, we need to make sure we win, try and get automatically promoted, and off we go. Bosniak is not fit yet either. It is not good for Bosniak. He's still not fit, as I mute my computer here. But, he'll be back for the final few games, and that could be huge. We have got the system now in the first spot, the defensive system, which is great, and we do have the attacking 4-4-2 loaded, but we are ready to go. This is a big, big old game. We'll be back with the first highlight. Can McGuinness, maybe the best youth intake player I've ever gotten, do something special? He seems motivated. Hopefully he can. Throw in for Pring, first highlight. We'll reverse the camera around. Rafael Guzzo going on a run. Knight. McGuinness tries to chase his man. Gibson wins. The clearance is only as far as Bird. Manoff wins, who's playing on the other side now to accommodate McGuinness. Mistake. We flick it away. David Mbeumo picks it up. Okay, come on, boys. Into a channel, and let's go. Gamboa. Ben Wilmot. Mbeumo's in the channel if we go long. It's not. This is the longest highlight I've seen from us for a while. There's the ball. Mbeumo's there. Gallagher needs to get in the box. He is getting in there. Gallagher's there. It is 1-0. It's his 10th goal of the year for Gallagher. And Mbeumo was hanging around in the channel for all the time. And eventually, it is a ball played by Nzonzi. We do have a system that's very focused on get it to the defensive midfielders who can play a ball and put it in the channel. And then Mbeumo, with his non-preferred foot, puts in the cross. And we lead 1-0 in a massive game in the context of automatic promotion. At halftime here, we are leading 1-0. Only been 3 shots in the whole game. 1 for us, 2 for them. Only shot on target has gone in and from Gallagher. And look, it's a game of absolutely nothing happening. They've had 71% possession, have Bristol. That doesn't bother us, lads. It's all about trying to keep that clean sheet. Throw in for Pring. Twiney. McNully. Bird. Picked up by Manoff. Gamboa. Ben Wilmot. By the way, I've got McGuinness on as a defensive winger on support already. And then Nzonzi picks it up. Mbeumo. McNorley, no foul, referee. Okay, interesting. McGuinness wins it back. Great stuff from McGuinness. And a ball into Gallagher. Mbeumo's in the box. Could be 2, it is. It all comes from a McGuinness tackle. By the way, for those that did not know, the defensive winger on support means that as soon as the ball goes wide, that winger goes to press. I did not know that it meant that. I thought it just meant he sat in. It just means to go and win the ball. I absolutely love that. Gallagher, Mbeumo, that's a finish. It's 2-0. Absolutely over the moon. O'Leary, short to Guzzo. We're trying to make change. We've got McGuinness now as a pressing forward because Mbeumo and Gallagher were dead. And I wanted some energy still up front. Twiney, Ben, backstick ball headed. They've hit the post. Johannesson. What a save. Gets up, makes a huge save. It's still 2-0. Corner for Baker, who's just come on the middle of the park for Pearson. Don't know why Creswell's not taking it, but that's fine. Ball in. Cleared. Ben Wilmot heads. And it's in. It's McGuinness. He scored. The 15-year-old has scored. It's 3-0. Can't script it. Bobbling around in the box. Wilmot's header. O'Leary's done well. But McGuinness is there. And the 15-year-old has scored. That goal could get us into the Premier League. And it was scored by a 15-year-old. Outrageous. Approaching full time. It's going to be Stoke 3, Bristol 0. You can't script it. McGuinness with the sealer. Outrageous. And I am over the moon. The back four had a great game. McGuinness playing out wide looked okay. He looked decent as a defensive winger, to be fair. He won the ball back for the second goal. And then that one there is a one to be very happy with as he scores his first goal for the club. And hopefully not his last. We now go 1 point behind Bristol. Oh, it's all to play for in the automatic positions. Leicester are already basically champions. That is huge. I'll see you guys in a second for the Fulham game. Game number 2. We're playing Fulham. Quarterfinal at home at the Bet365 Stadium. A chance to make the semi-final of the FA Cup and make it to Wembley, which would be fantastic. If you look on the top right-hand side of the corner of the screen, we've got the finances and salary. And as you can see, my mouse is, but 7 million debt. Yeah, that ain't great. But look, The beautiful thing is we're in position to maybe make it to the Premier League, and that's because Bristol won their game and we won ours. We did win 2-0 here against Sheffield Wednesday away from home. Very important to note, the 2 goals that we scored were both by Mbwama off the bench. Bosnijek wasn't fit, but we did start him. But the 2 goals here were fantastic. Mananoff with the ball just before he come off, cuts it to David Mbwama, which was not too bad. But this second goal was the one to be the most excited about. We started McGuinness up at pressing forward. I don't know where to play this world-class wonder kid regen that has come through in our save. But after putting it in my Discord, putting it on Twitter, and sending it to a couple of friends that play FM, everyone thinks with the physicals he has at such a young age and they're going to become so good, plus the work rate, plus the finishing, it's pressing forward because he can also tackle. And I think that's probably not a bad play. Anyway, as you can see, we have the ball here, but by this stage, 74th minute, 2 defensive wingers on support. And I'm starting to think defensive wing on support is quite an OP winger to use. Great touch by McGuinness, by the way, into the space, and I'll rewind and let it come in all its glory. Look at this. Into space, get down the line, look for a ball inside, which he does. And unfortunately, we do not win. But have a look at this. Gets it back, first time ball, jolly on the spot. And the defensive winger on support aims to press their fullback immediately. Now, I don't know if this is something we'll use moving forward. I prefer just the generic winger or inverted winger, and it has worked really well for us. But the defensive winger on support has been fantastic. Our form has been a little patchy in terms of all draws here. And if we were to win even just one of these games, which we probably should have, we would be in position to know that if we won out in the last 4 games, we would win the league. Now, I'm not going to break down what Bristol's fixtures are and how they're going, etc. That's going to be for next episode. Next episode will be highlights of all 4 games. It's going to be the run-in. And if we need to go to the playoffs, I'm going to do it all as one big episode. It's the promotion push episode. That is where we will focus our attention. However, it is now time to play Stoke versus Fulham, and we have an FA Cup draw. That is our team we've picked. Divian Mbwama has been fantastic because CN has generated in, and just have a look at him as a pressing forward on attack. And this is the reason why they've told me. He's got natural dribbling, but he's got great finishing. His first touch is not too bad. He's also got great work rate and cool physicals. And the fact that he's got a pretty good left foot, right foot is not bad, because if he peels wide, which he does in the pressing forward role, he'll be able to cross the ball to his other teammate, which I think is fantastic. The only thing I will say, he's only 5'9". I prefer some bigger strikers, but I think for now we're going to play him pressing forward, training to play pressing forward. He's also only 16. He just turned 16, so there should be a growth spurt in him as well. But yeah, he's not my type of striker for this system. But everyone's saying to play him at pressing forward. I think at some stage he just comes in as the winger. And I'm almost very tempted to say that the defensive winger on support is going to be his role moving forward. And I think that defensive winger on support kind of fits everything he needs. A great first touch, great crossing, great decent dribbling, decent physicals as well. And he's going to have a very well-rounded technical and mental ability. And I think that's going to be his role moving forward. But for the rest of the season, we'll use him as a pressing forward up top. And if we get to the Premier League next year, he will be playing on the left as a defensive winger, I think. However, if we don't get to the Premier League, he's going to probably leave us with 550k. Into the FA Cup we go. We're playing Fulham, who's managed by Ange Postecoglou on this save. We're going to have a brief look at the team they've put out here at the Bet365 Stadium. It is on screen there. Jimenez, Smith Rowe, Harry Wilson, Kings starting, Leno's in goals. A very full strength side by Ange. We're going to cut into the first highlight. Hopefully, it is a game with not many highlights and we're able to pick up a 1-0 win. Corner to King, first highlight, backstick ball, it's cleared away, and it's only going to be as far as Smith Rowe. We'll rotate the camera in a second. It's a mistake. Somehow, Gamboa has blocked the effort. What a heroic block. We should be 1-0 down. That was a gilt-edged 0.9 XG chance, you would say, and Gamboa has produced the goods, and it's going to be 0-0 5 minutes in. Harry Wilson's corner, though. Highlight is not over. Tete allowed a touch in the box. His ball goes out to Wilson. Tackle and eventually cleared. Hopefully that's the highlight. 5 minutes of Ange ball and the full pressure. And can we get through it? Highlight still continuing. I don't like how long this highlight's gone for. King. Chukwuemeka. Goal. Flag stays down. This is why we didn't like why the highlight was going. Samuel Chukwueze. I can never say his name properly. We're 1-0 down in the FA Cup quarterfinal. If we were to get knocked out here, I'm okay with that. It's been a fantastic run, and it doesn't allow us to be distracted trying to make the Premier League by an FA Cup semi-final. The winner of this will play Man City. I kind of prefer us to go out here and not have to deal with that at Wembley. At half time, we are 1-0 down. I'm going to make the quick change of Divian Mbwama going as an advanced instead of a poacher. Poacher definitely prefers Bosniak, but an advanced for Divian. I don't know if it will let me show you the stats here because I am a little bit slow in doing that. I was checking my phone. 33% possession and 3 shots, match momentum, all Fulham. The plan is to stay in this defensive system for as long as possible and then go after Fulham late doors and try and get an equaliser. 76 minutes played, we're going to move into the attacking 4-4-2. We might as well go for it. And with that, Gallagher's going to come on, and Bosniak's not fit. So I'm going to bring on Donnelly, and we'll move him as the advanced forward because I think it's better for us. With that too, I'm going to bring off Vidal for Thomas, and Pearson for Rigo, and Seko for Enzons. Just giving us all the fresh legs as we try to get an equaliser against Fulham. Time is ticking away. We're into the 90th. We get a highlight. It's Sessegnon. Down this left-hand side, Lukic, Anton Robinson. A goal will kill the game for Fulham. Or are we going to get a chance? What a save from Johannesson. It was a chance for Fulham. It was a great save from the keeper. They now get a corner. We're not known for going all the way down the other end on the break. We have, but, not like Liverpool or anything like that. So this is probably a Fulham highlight. And Gallagher's headed the ball behind. I don't know why this highlight is showing us that. Probably, to me, means that it's going to be a minute of nothing and it'll be 1-0 Fulham and it will finish. But who knows? Anyway, Tom Carney. His ball in backstick. Gibson will win. He has no options in front of him. But if he can hold it up enough, maybe we can go on the break and force extra time. Nope. No highlight. Looks like it's all she wrote. Backstick ball. Sessegnon heads over. And I reckon this will be a full-time whistle, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It's going to finish Stoke City 0, Fulham 1. We got absolutely battered by the Premier League side. And so we should have been, to be quite fair. But we kept the game close, kept it tight. And in the Championship, this helps us because we got enough quality to find the goal and create a couple more chances in the defensive system. But against a bigger opposition, it will keep us in the game and maybe you'll get lucky to nab a goal. But we weren't able to here today. But this is definitely the system we'll use in the Prem if we get promoted. Anyhow, that's going to be the end of this episode. If you have enjoyed it, give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course. There's going to be FM26 content coming out when the game does drop. The beta will be with Watford, and we'll pick our long-term save, non-league to legend from there. With that also being said, next episode, super important, so make sure you're hitting the notification bell for that. That's going to be in a couple of days' time. It will be the run-in. We're going to give you our highlights of every game left of the season, and if we get into the playoffs, it's going to be a super long promotion push episode. And if you're excited for that, let me know in the comment section down below. You're going to have the playlist to the save on this side, and you're going to have the top 10 clips of Damo's channel ever if you need to get to know me over on this side. Or it might be the other way around. I don't know. Whichever way I've edited it. But with that being said, from Damo, everyone else here, thank you for being here for another episode here. And it looks like the Harmball is out of the cup. What a run. But can Harmball get promoted to the Premier League? Let's hope so. We'll find out next episode, and bye.